Okay, I'm getting ready to bring in the slides with the stabilizers down. Some parks are going to have water like this. Okay, we're going to turn off the water. Okay, then now we go over here, and also we have a water meter actually, so it counts how many gallons we use so that we know how many days we can go out at a dry camp, and it's kind of like monitoring our uses of water, which helps. Because we know now with our regular showers, we can go about 4 days or before our tanks fill. Okay, I'm removing it from the water supply line, the city water supply line, and putting it on my flush. You want to do a good job on flushing it out. So now I'm gonna go release the sewage, let out the black water. But there is a clear elbow over here that lets you know when it's pretty much drained. Okay, the reason why I dump the black water first, because it's the dirtiest water. Then after it drains, I'm gonna flush out the tanks, let it run, let it fill up to about maybe, sometimes about halfway full of water when I'm flushing out. Then I'm gonna drain it again. Then depending on how I feel, I might do the same thing over again and drain it one more time, just to get everything out. Then after that, we're gonna take out the shower water. That'll be our sinks and sink and shower water. We're gonna dump the gray tank that's gonna flush out that soapy water and clean that tank out, clean the hose in more with the shower water. I'm shutting down the black water and letting the flush mechanism still do its thing and fill up the black tank. So we're gonna fill it up like halfway, pretty much halfway, and we can go inside and see our tank level indicator on the inside, and it'll show us if our tank is a halfway, a quarter tank, or 2/3. Now I'm flushing out the black water tank, and I may do that twice. Now I'm going to release the gray water, and it's gonna clean out the remnants of the black water that came through this hose. So I'll open this guy up. Now we're going to release our shower and sink water from our bathroom. So sometimes I like to knock it around a little, kind of give it a wash with the shower water. Okay, on our trailer we have 2 gray water tanks. This is for the kitchen sink. We're going to release it. First thing I like to do is disconnect the power before the sewer. If there's a mishap or something like that, I don't want to get it all over my hoses and all that. So it's kind of like I'm going from clean to dirty. I like to turn the breaker off before I unplug the power. Disconnect from my rig. It's a twist for this particular model. I like to run my hand on all parts of the cord just to make sure there's no kinks or cracks in it. It's sort of like an inspection while you're rolling it up. I come over here and turn off the water. Okay, turning off the water. I like to take my glove off. If I don't have a rubber glove on to turn the water off. If my hand gets wet, I don't get my glove wet. I can dry my hand off. I think it's best that if you have an extra hose, you bring an extra hose with you, just in case the water is kind of further away. We carry a couple of extra hoses. We have an internal filter inside our rig, but we like to filter our water twice. So from the parks, it may not be the greatest water. So we have a filter here that filters the water, and this is a regulator that regulates the water pressure, which it looks like we need to get a new one. But it only lets 40 pounds of PSI of water into the rig, so you don't burst the pipes. So you want that on there every time you hook up to your rig. You take this off and kind of hold it up because you want it to drain. You don't want to put a bunch of water inside your storage. Everything that's been rolled up before has a memory, so you want to try to roll it up in its memory circle by giving it a little twist and turn, and water's draining out of here. And the filter drains a little bit slower because it's, of course, it's holding a lot of water. Okay, the water stopped draining from here. So put my gray water tank. So I reach underneath here and shut it down. So there's still a little bit of water still in the hose. So I like to hold it high at the unit and let it drain out. Okay, remember to close all your gray water tanks before you disconnect the hoses. They have a cap they twist it on. There you go. Just gonna store this away in our bumper. Check the windows, make sure the windows, you close all the windows, make sure the windows are closed, your vents are closed. Going down the road, these things can jar loose, and you'll have a problem if those windows are open when you drive. Caps are on. Okay, bikes are secure still. Make sure everything is locked. And you want to make sure everything's locked too, because if you're traveling and you go in to get some gas or whatever, it's possible that someone can maybe open it up and take something you really needed. Again, check all the windows. You're already hooked up to your truck. The jack is up, everything's ready. You did all your checks around. Your power's off, your water's off, and everything's stored away. And then you want to take your wheel chocks off. Okay? Do everything else, then take your wheel chocks off. You don't want to have an accident if your rig, if you're not hooked up and you took your wheel chocks off and you start rolling backwards or something, forward, and that'd be pretty dangerous. Let the wheel chocks be the last thing you do.